Hello my soul tribe, welcome to my channel. I'm Celeste TT Tarot and this is the birthday spread for Libra. So I got my Libra spread ready and the first song came on is Hey Daddy by Usher, Daddy's Home. So for those of you who are new, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. So how I'm going to do your spreads, Libra, is I got an equal number of artists. I got 7 artists for the men and 7 artists for the women. So it's on a shuffle. So whatever comes on is, I guess, the message that you guys need to hear. So I'm going to start off with my Starseed Oracle for my Starseed Libras out there. Okay. So we're going to get started. And Sister Spirit. So it could be some masculine energies trying to communicate that they're getting in alignment to return to their feminines. Vice versa. Energy is fluid. So when I say masculine, you could be a feminine body. You could be a female embodying masculine energy or a masculine body of female energy. So let's see what the universe wants you to know, my Libras. All right. For my star seeds out there. Okay, we have here activated earth in the soul space, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Okay, so some of you guys need to trust in the process to get in alignment with your soul. I do soul, mind, and 3D kind of what's going on in your physical alignment. It could also be what's going on with you currently in your 3D, which is like the earthly plane. So I have here activated earth. Then for your mental space, the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So some of you guys are like exploring the gifts that you have and getting back in touch with your childhood, going over past memories and clearing those out. So that's good in your mental space. And then we have you're not alone, isolation, physical connection, and community. So some of you guys may feel like you're alone right now, but you're not alone. The universe got your back, and the universe is balancing the scales for my Libras as long as you're in the upright. So if you have some of that cleansing to do, some old childhood wounds to get through, do that in your mental space so that you can get completely in alignment. And overall, we have the Star Brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So those are like the groundworks, solid foundation for a Libra. You only have a fair and balanced situation, and it's the Horus brothers. So I did mention masculine energy. When you have this protection, loyalty, safety, and trust, that's a solid foundation of a relationship, of a family situation, or anything that you happen to be going through overall. This helps balance you out. So let's read Activated Earth from the book, just to give you some assistance. So the activation is, I honor and thank the keepers of the earth beneath me, known and unknown. Thank you for your nourishment and tender holding. And then we have here that you may be being called to travel to a sacred place that your soul remembers, or tend to the land you live on, to honor and acknowledge the known and unknown keepers or nature spirits of that land. Let's see. So ley lines are invisible pathways on the land along which energy travels. They can be sensed when we tune into them with our subtle senses, also known as spirit paths. They've been compared to the meridian system of the body used in the Chinese medicine. They link sacred sites, stone circles, burial mounds, and places of worship worldwide. So some of you guys may be traveling to some sacred sites, traveling to some historical places that remind you of home. We got Freak Out, Avril Lavigne. She's also a Libra. So she's talking about letting things go. Maybe some of you guys are cleansing out your energy, returning home so you can cleanse it out. Some of you guys may be in your rebel, because she is kind of seen as like a alternative artist. So the feminist may be in your rebel energy, wanting to step out and do you, and go play by your own rules and balance the skills as you see fit, that makes sense in your life, and not listen to what, things that bogged you down in your childhood, family, friends, advice, things that just kind of overconsume you. So she says, I'm going to live my life. I can't ever run and hide. I won't compromise. Freak out, let it go, because you'll never know. She's going to close her eyes. Can't watch the time go by. Won't keep it inside, freak out, let it go. So some of you guys need to let it go. So right as I say that, it talks about children of the sun are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls. So your mental capacity is at the peak, who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. So a lot of you guys are waking up. So you're born with a very clear mission, and Libras are air signs, so you have mental clarity. I take it as like the Ace of Swords. Souls who are incarnate increasingly on planet, they have little or no personal karma, which Libra, justice, scales is like karma. What you put out is what you get out, and they possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. So from a young age, you guys are highly intelligent. Due to your unique intelligence, you may find yourself easily bored. So be careful. If I have some young Libras on here, if you pull this card, it may be a sign you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. Treat yourself to the new beginning with sweet, tender love. Nurture and nourish it. Give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child. The Starseed Inquiry: how can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? To remember that deep down, everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. And then you're not alone. Don't compromise, 'cause I'll never know. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. So there are some of you starseeds that have old souls, and they enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for their vitality. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. However, remember, we're here as humans to have a human experience. We all need love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people, yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media. With so many people knowing our news, what is it doing to our auric field? So commonly we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. And what came on was Things I'll Never Say by Avril Lavigne. So she talks about like hidden things that she doesn't communicate, that she doesn't say how she feels, expression how she feels. So a lot of you guys could be struggling with that in a 3D plane because you've been accustomed to be alone. So it puts you out of your comfort zone to express yourself. So she's talking about some of you guys could be wanting to marry somebody, falling in love, want to express yourself. So the universe is encouraging you to do that, to get in alignment, to replenish when you need to but don't isolate yourself. So it's to step out of your cave, physically reach out to those in your life. Seeing friends, family who live nearby, having a relative catch up, walk with someone. What ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life, those you truly know? Starseed Soul Inquiry: how can you reach out to people in your life physically? So the universe is tasking you with getting out of your cave, going out, becoming social again. You are highly intelligent, you're protected, you're activated, you're woke. So it's now time for you to come in completely in alignment. Possibly this nervousness could be due to like new love things, a new project, something that needs to be nourished and that requires you to go out and socialize. Because it looks like overall, Star Brothers, a lot of masculine, could be feminine too, are laying down a solid foundation of protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And for those of you with the old soul, I mean, you have a more mature understanding of that. For those of you with the new vitalizing star, you've went through whatever you went through, learned whatever lessons, you're clearing that energy out, and now you're ready for your new beginning. So let's read the Star Brothers. You're more protected than you can imagine. I can't make it up. It's safe to open the back of your heart. Your cards to be open and receiving a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you're connected with. Through ancestor pattern, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty. So she mentions that in the song, Things I'll Never Say. And have blocks when it comes to receiving support. And maybe some of you guys need to report something that you feel that way. We've learned that we need to go at life alone. That is not safe to let our guard down and our heart open. That the world is a friendly place. The Star Brothers want you to have a new experience on Earth. They want you to feel deeply secure and safe even if you're going through a difficult time. They want you to hand over your fears to them, to see them as opportunities to let in more love. They're guiding you to stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine, both in this world and beyond. To call in your team of loyal protectors, supporters, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn to open your heart, especially when it wants to harden most. How can you open yourself up to receiving more support? Starseed Soul Inquiry. So those may be things you never say, and it's time to say it. Express yourself, Libras, okay? You are safe, okay? You are protected, okay? And then here come Trey Songz Love Faces talking about when I let you in. So yeah, love is the highest vibration of all, actually. So I don't read specifically for love. I do mostly talk about self-love because that is the universal law. The energy you put out is what you get back, and it goes back to those ley lines. So I'm doing the moon cards right now to see what additional guidance we have for our Libras out there. Okay. And Trey Songz also is Libra, so it's a lot of masculine energy coming through as well. Some feminines are being rebels. It sounds like masculines are securing their foundation for getting prepared for new love, opening their hearts up. Everyone needs to open your heart up in order for you to receive the love that you want to give out. If you have a closed heart, you're only going to receive closeness in response. But if you open up more, then equal give and take. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. So we have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. So some of you could be dealing with one or have that in your chart. So the answers you need are coming in your soul space. So you're woke. Some of you guys could be waiting for some answers. So they're coming. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Sag or have that significant in your chart. Could be your moon sign. Gemini could be your moon sign. So that's in your mental space. So a lot of you guys are fired up, a new passion, purpose, beginning. Your soul space is highly aligned, intuitive, nature coming out, your air energy, Gemini energy is coming in. That could signify that in your soul space, you're tapping into your air energy, your natural essence, and you're seeking out these answers and clarity from the universe. You could also be attracting in the energy of a lover, because Gemini is the lover's card, and that's equal give and take. That'll be fully aligned with you. That'll be, I call it the 4 solid foundations of loyalty, protection, safety, and trust. So it'll be something solid. Your mental capacity for Sag is like temperance, harmony, balance, energy. Passion and purpose is a lot of fire energy. So you could be applying that to a new opportunity. And the universe is on your side. Sagittarius also have connections to the kind of like the wheel of fortune, like balancing the scales one way or the other depending on the energy you're in. So in your mental capacity, trial and error, you're clearing out maybe some of the past karmic lessons and moving forward with what you've learned to balance the scales in a new way. So that's good energy. And then don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo, you're not alone. Okay, so some of you guys may be dealing with a Leo, have Leo in your moon, and pride could be getting in the way of making you think that you have to go it alone because you don't trust anyone. There's a new cycle coming in for you, so it'll be necessary for you to open up. And overall, and you could be dealing with a Leo or have that in your chart, as I said. It could be your moon sign, balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Okay, so you could be dealing with Pisces that have that in your chart. Pisces is water, so you got 2 fire. So maybe getting support on this next project to move forward. You have mental clarity from the universe, spiritual clarity. You have spiritual clarity, mental clarity in regards to, a new project, idea, and it's gonna go in your favor. It looks like you have good luck on your side, both fire and air. But the fire part of it, don't let pride get in your way. And you need to get in touch with your Emotions. Pisces are, you know, family. It could be dealing with your wish fulfillment, something that you want. We have You Don't Know My Name, Alicia Keys. So there could be a guy or woman. Some of my feminists could have came across a guy that, you know, you met but you kind of like, but you were too nervous to say anything. So new love is, you know, maybe bustling for you. So the universe wants you to go ahead and open up. You learn what you needed to learn and you're ready. So we are going to next start with, let's go, y'all. I like organized everything up for my Libras. So the first thing we're gonna pull is this one. So we're gonna pull some shadows and light because I want to see what, if there's anything, any shadows going on for my Libras. So this is what the deck looks like. Okay, shadows and light. It's an oracle deck. I want to see if there's anything affecting my Libras. Any more further clarification from the universe for my Libras. So some of you guys could be in some new situations, a relationship, a new budding relationship. So be careful on the pride. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we have two little witches, magical space clearing time, okay? Card number 30. So there could be two people in your energy. We do have energy. We do have Gemini, so it could be definitely a Gemini because you see here, look at this. Am I not on point when I say how this is aligned? There could be two people that are potential lovers for you. It could be a Gemini that's coming through in your soul space that is the law of attraction is pulling in because they're the twins. So we have twins here. So there's a space clearing that's needed to happen for this to come in, for a lover to come in. It doesn't have to be a Gemini. You know your situation. Take it however it resonates. But the lover's energy is more so about spiritual, a spiritual partnership. Some of you guys may call them a soulmate. Some of you guys may know them as a divine counterpart, a twin flame. But it looks like in your soul space, that air energy is very strong. So you may be attracting in that. And I say that because in the 3D, we have the Angel of Alchemy, Miracle, card number 21. So card number 21, it's like the world card. The chapter is already closed out on that. So you're in a new cycle and you're alchemizing. That's like air energy, Gemini energy. You could think of it like the Magician card. So there's strong Gemini energy. Some of you guys could really, really be dealing with one, have that in your chart. And or be calling that in a divine counterpart, a lover, twin flame. Take it however it resonates for you. In your mental space, we have card number 7, Poe. Time for change, to learn something new. Use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Okay, card number 7. So when I think about gadgets, it's more technology, also a new inspired idea. So you can look at it like that fire energy. We also have card number 7, which is like the Chariot. And I did mention to a lot of people, actually, for me, 2023 stands for the year of the Chariot for me. Only because, you know, it's 23, 2 plus 3 is what? 5 plus 23. The 2 in the front is 7. You can also look at it as, you know, 2 plus 3 is 5, the higher fine energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with Taurus or have that in your chart. I consider that like the year of the Most High, God, Yahweh, Allah, whoever you, however the Most High, however you call, whatever your word is or your phrase is for God, the Most High, because that's who I call on for my readings, and that's who inspires and pushes my life. So whoever you push for your life, that's personal between you. However, what I'm seeing here is it's time for a change. So it's time to clear out all that energy, the karmic lessons. You learn what you needed to learn. It's time to move forward. The Chariot energy, so spark yourself to go forward. The chapter is now closed out, and miracles are going to happen for you. Overall, though, we have the Carnivorous Flower Fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. card number 38. So card number 3 could be like it's like the Empress card. So that's Taurus in or your energy, Libra. I consider the Empress, it can be any actually feminine energy. The divine feminine energy is considered the Empress card. However, a lot of times it definitely comes out for Tauruses and Libras. So that's the card that they know the Empress to be is Libra and Taurus energy. But of course, you could be any divine feminine of any sign. Okay. So there's a tempting offer. So 3 and 8. So that's Empress, and then 8 card Leo energy. So 8 card is strength. So some of you guys could be tempted to let pride get in your way, and embody Leo energy. You need to be careful. They're telling you that it's poisonous for you. You need to balance spirituality and practicality. You need to be practical. Get in touch with your actual heart space as to what it is you really want, because what you want, it looks like, is a solid foundation of protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. If you're willing to compromise that to accept, it looks like out of pride and ego, possibly portraying yourself to be a divine feminine when you haven't done the spiritual work. It looks like a lot of you have, or accepting being the divine feminine of someone that you know is not your counterpart, is not for your best, highest good, and it's out of pride and ego versus being out of actual genuine love, which is Pisces energy. There Goes My Baby by Usher came on. So maybe some masculine is trying to convince you that you're their baby, that you're their person, and you know, based on past history or things with this masculine, that's not the case. Okay. So how do we counteract this for my Libras? I got this is the African Goddess Rising. So it'll be like feminine, I guess you could say, divine feminine more so energy. But males, if you're embodying that energy, you can also embody feminine energy. Feminine energy is more receptive, so it helps you receive more information, clarity. Masculine energy is more active oriented, so it pushes you, drives you to get things done, get things handled, go after your dreams, goals, wishes, go after your partner, because masculines are more driven and feminines are more receptive. Okay, so there needs to be an open, cleared heart space for both the receiving and the giving. Okay. So let's see what comes out. Again. Okay, we have card number 9, Mojadi, Manifestation. So card number 9, the Orisha of this deck is Mojadi for manifestation. So as I said before, and card number 9 is at the highest vibration is Hermit energy. So that's like Virgo's energy. So a lot of you guys could be hermiting. I did see that in the overall, that a lot of you guys were isolated, doing some space clearing out your energy. So yeah. And then in the mental space, we have Medusa, Rage, card number 23, which I mentioned card number 2. Well, I didn't mention card number 2 is like the High Priestess energy, which is Pisces energy, which we mentioned. So a lot of you guys are kind of keeping it to yourself. Card number 3, Empress, Divine Feminine energy, once again, Taurus and Libra energy. So a lot of you guys could be raging or a little upset, possibly that you have to keep yourself hidden, or that you're keeping your mental space clear. You're clearing your mental space out first. And it could be some things from your past, your childhood, that could be causing you to be angry. But luck is on your side, because your mental space is clear. Your fortune is clear. You're a golden child. Your innocence. And so it's time for a change. Time for you to learn something new. Move forward from that. So do whatever necessary shadow work you need to do to clear that out. Overall, Nana Buluku seasons card number 1. So that's the magician card. And then we had the Mojali manifestation. So a lot of you guys are manifesting. That's the Gemini energy again. So we have repeating, but we're in a new cycle. We have the 21 before that. And now we got card number 1. So a lot of you guys are in a new cycle manifesting. So the cycle's ended. Whatever old cycle that was. So let me move these up so you could get a little bit of better view. The cards are very pretty. And then overall energy, we have Oshun Fearless Love, card number 25. So once again, High Priestess energy, and card number 5 for Hierophant energy. So I like to say that is a divine counterpart, a divine union, a High Priestess and a Hierophant. Because they're both very high. One is highly intuitive spiritually, able to receive messages, and the other one is highly intuitive, because Hierophant energy, if you think of the Most High, and especially if you're a masculine embodying that, it's more like solidified, a solid foundation based on, it could be religious figures based on a solid foundation of text, a solid foundation of reality in the 3D space. So laying the groundwork for a foundation, could be a foundation of marriage, could be a foundation of relationship based on those 4 factors I mentioned: protection, safety, loyalty, and trust. So that's what makes a divine union, a divine counterpart, but it has to be based on fearless love. Any fear-based love is not real, and it doesn't last that long. So we have Be Careful by Cardi B. So some of you guys need to be careful because you have a tempting offer that you want to try, and it could be out of ego and not out of unconditional love as the solid foundation. So I have another Orisha deck here. So this one is kind of like the Rider-Waite Tarot, and I use this one to also help possibly some masculine see how they could counteract this. So this is the tarot of the Orishas. This is what it looks like. So we're going to get some clarification, possibly for masculine, but not necessarily. Because like I said, energy is fluid. So let's just see what comes out for my Libras. So be careful with me. I always said you would be there for me. So some of you guys could be angry about that and need to just kind of let that go, clear that out. You're in a new season. Okay. Okay. Now we have the Barbal Orisha, which is the magician energy again in the soul space. I don't know how much this is repeating, but it fell right on manifestation. So I don't know what else to say other than it keeps popping out. We have the man, which is star energy. As you can see, this man is in the stars. So a lot of masculine energy here is healing. Could be healing. A feminine could be pissed off, and you could be trying to heal the situation. So that's Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with to have that in your chart. Is more air energy. So we have Gemini. We're doing Libras reading and Aquarius. Then we have the manifestation going on. Overall, we have a new season, but we have the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Water, I call it. So it could talk about unlimited possibilities. You're in a new cycle. You're manifesting new possibilities. Could be new possibilities in love. This is Scorpio energy. It could also talk about illusions. It could also talk about delusional behavior, because as you can see, he's tossing a rock, possibly like making a wish that, this next cycle of possibly dating. Some of you guys could be getting out there and getting ready to date multiple options and hoping and wishing and praying that one of these options turn out to be good. Some of you guys could be getting ready to date or meet a Scorpio. Some of you guys could be clearing out past memories of a Scorpio. That's like the 6 of Cups energy I saw in the mental space. Some of you guys could have Scorpio in your chart. So it just talks about unlimited possibilities, but taken in a negative way. It could be an overwhelming thing of possibilities. It could be possibilities that are not realistic, and maybe the universe wants you to close the chapter out because your pride and ego maybe is having you have too much on your plate, and it's not practical. And that's why overall the universe is telling you to balance practicality and spirituality. Like, what is it that is in your highest good when it comes to love and unconditional love? And are you even able to take care of yourself with all of this, all of these options or things you're doing? And we have here Personal Game by Tay Retro just came on. So he's a young guy. Could be some of you young Libras getting out there, young Libra masculines or males, getting out there, starting to date again, closing out chapters of old relationships and starting new ones. And you're hoping, wishing, and praying that these new ones pan out. You could have a Scorpio friend giving you advice. I would just say be careful. Align yourself with what's in your highest good and know at the end of the day you make the decision. Okay, and overall we have Oba energy. So we could have a female feminine energy that's pissed, rage, and this like Medusa like energy. Oba is like this Medusa like energy. It could signify at its highest vibration, a X that is rageful or vengeful, that is trying to come into confuse you, want to be still as one of these options, but it's like you already kind of learned what you needed to learn. So I'll read the Seven of Water because this is overall. So this is a warning about your manifestation. If you've already healed, you need to heal from if you're upset and rage. If you're a Libra experiencing this, if you're a Libra feminine, you might need to get out of this energy. So an unidentified figure is looking down from the cliff. The sea or river is divided into 7 layers represented by 7 obscure tones. A man drops a sacred small snail shell into the water as an offering that has requests that will be satisfied and answered. The 7 states of man are in confusion, and his 7 chakras or energy centers are altered. Therefore, only a completely dark shape can be seen in spite of the fact that it is daytime. So that's what I mean. If you boggle your energy down, especially if you're sharing energy in the 3D space with too many options, it can alter or confuse your energy, your 7 chakras. So it's like an illusion, a confusion. It could be an illusion, a confusion spell being done while you're mentally healing from that. It could be something you are healing from. So we have No Love by Eminem and Lil Wayne. So it's not real love. It's just somebody trying to confuse you, delude you because they're pissed that they're not, considered, that you broke up with them, that you're moving forward. Upright. So it's unrecognizable dreams, excessive fantasy, or selfishness that leads you to ask a lot without giving much. Do not ask what you cannot give, equal give and take, or demand what you cannot demand, equal give and take. Do not promise what you are not sure to fulfill, equal give and take. Illusions that fade away as a result of selfishness. Spiritual persecution. Blackish aura attack astral body. So in the 3D that's coming out, your astral body is being attacked. Okay, your 7 chakras. A lot of you guys may need to go and do a self reading. Upside down, look for a solution in the right path and persist. Understand that humility leads to greatness, so be careful of pride and ego. And only those who have a great spirit reach great goals. Look for the path of faith, okay, in your mental space. The man. Wow. And on a step-by-step escalation, ask without demanding and give without expecting any compensation. Do not look down with arrogance. I can't make this up. And do not underestimate the things you do not have. It may be due to a lack of learning or understanding. So not learning the lesson and closing the chapter out in the 3D space. Still doing the same thing. And then let's read Oba. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result. Throwing a snail in, expecting a different result. And it's not going to give a different result. Because that's your manifestation. It's just going to keep you confused about your own astral plane. And it's because of the arrogance that's preventing you. It's like the pride before the fall. So let's pull up Oba. And you can see like this feminine is like got her sword up. So how are you supposed to manifest like this? And being confused. So Oba says a little almost ethereal dancer figure. Her dress is reminiscent of armor, and she was the patroness ruler of the same name, first wife of Shango. She was very jealous of her husband, so she wished to keep his love, and following um, Oshun's advice and instructions, although others say that Isana was the advisor, she cut off one of her ears, which is why a part of her face is covered, to prepare a soup that her husband liked very much. He discovered, Shango, that something unusual was happening, and he tried to solve it by himself. With a quick movement, he removed the headdress covering her head and saw her ear was missing. She was then forced to tell him what happened. He reacted angrily with disgust, and he vowed never again to live with her and went to live with Isana. So we may see how human behavior in simple practical way, her self-mutilation would be a defacement of her happiness, closing her ears, which is like that Two of Swords energy, to what her reasoning and scale of value show her, listening instead to the interested advice of so-called friend. She wants to ingratiate herself to a certain extent to buy love in exchange for something appetizing and digestive. Transforming this in fact into something material, withdrawing from the spirituality of love of a couple. She forgets that justice is incorruptible, not vulnerable to seduction, gifts, or good food. So she is also compared to Joan of Arc, Saint Catherine, and Candlemas. So she's a great fighting spirit. She has passion and love without reflection, though. So she wants to be a wife, a lover, faithful girlfriend, a companion, excellent housewife. Um, and she looks anxiously after others, but she's always anxious about her spot, being taken, which it was done as well, and then badly influenced by other cards. Mutilation, unhealthy jealousy, accidents with cutting items, unexpected surgery, operations, definite extirpation of something out of necessity, something that will not be understood, which will bring about sadness and sorrow, both at the commercial dismissals, closing the branches, taking away of bonuses, and industrial, closing of plants or facilities, operational changes, and so on. So badly influenced by other cards, the confusion, the confusion. The only positive one here is the man, but we have that over Medusa, and then the Barbarosha in the spiritual. So if you are using this to, if you what the energy you put out is what you're gonna get back. So if you're in this Oba energy, it's not a good energy to have. And then behind that is Oshun. So that's the way to counteract the Oba energy, is to have fearless love. Because love is the highest vibration of all. So that's for my feminine Libras. Masculine Libras, take it as it resonates. And we have Teenage Love Affair by Alicia Keys. And some of you guys are clearing out, past loves from childhood, stepping back into your childhood innocence, and being inspired to have new love and move on. A love that makes you feel like a child again, or feel like a teenager again, feel hopeful again. But you have to know that your manifestation depends on the 3D. You have to be completely aligned, and your intentions behind it is what gets you the results. So we have this divine discontent. She offers the sacred wine, so drink. And then the dissolving